Welcome back to the channel. Wanted to get into the YSL trial. Woody, which is a character here, he's been testifying for maybe 2 weeks, but yeah, or a week and a half or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I've been getting little bits and pieces of it here and there. So I wanted to chime in on it. So let's get into it, you guys.
Examination of our current witness, Mr. Copeland, you're still under oath, okay?
All right. So yesterday, we left off talking about your interview that you did on February 20th, 2015. Going back to the incident in which you, your girlfriend at the time, and your child was being shot at, do you remember seeing any of the individuals who shot at you?
I never saw no one that shot at me at that time.
Do you recall in that interview a period of time where the detective left the room and you were speaking with your girlfriend and you told her that you knew who shot at you?
I never saw nobody. I never saw who shot at me. If I saw who shot at me, I would never told the police who shot at me.
Do you recall in this same February 20th, 2021 interview that when the detective left the room, you said to your girlfriend, "This shit not gonna work. Sit right here and be a damn snitch, so I'm gonna keep going." Do you recall telling your girlfriend that?
I don't recall.
Okay. And then she responded, so, you want to be effective on the listen.
Overrule the objection, sir. Overrule, sir.
So, what you're saying, why you acting like you did? And she said, you should have just said, no, I thought you know all of them. And you said to her, I do know who it was. Do you recall telling her that?
I know that I knew I knew that I was being recorded, so I kind of knew what I was doing.
Okay. And then you said, I saw him. I did when he jumped out the car. I know exactly who I saw.
Nobody never got out of the car, so this clearly proved that I knew what I was doing.
Do you recall telling your girlfriend that?
I don't recall what I told her.
Okay. And this was when the detectives had left the room.
I don't recall if they left the room or if they stayed in.
Woody is funny, but yeah, he giving the state a rough of their money on this his testimony, and I want to go back to my previous video in reference to this trial a few days back where the judge was upset because the defense found out the judge and the prosecutors had met up without them, and they were questioning this guy. The judge was, and he was threatening this guy. So this is a big fiasco that's going on. So let's continue.
Do you recall further in the interview when the detective asked you whether or not any of the people who did this had ever been to your home? You instructed your girlfriend to tell the detectives who had recently been at the house.
I don't recall what I told them.
Do you recall the detective asking anybody you let come over to the house recently that normally ain't been by there? And then you told Deshaun, tell them who been there. Do you recall that?
If I brought anybody to my house, I'm 100% sure they know not to play with me.
Woody is frustrated. Let's keep going, you guys. This is something else.
Do you also remember when you and your girlfriend were in the room by yourself, you told your girlfriend it was Tay and them who did this to you?
I don't recall.
Was it Tay that shot at your vehicle?
I don't believe so.
Do you recall in that same interview being concerned about being labeled a snitch?
I don't care about what I'm being labeled as.
You know, Woody is playing chess, not checkers on this one. Because, see, they do have where he went in and said a lot of things in reference to this trial ahead of time that's putting Young Thug in the hot seat. So, yeah. So now he's redacting all of that he said. So let's keep going.
Let me ask you this. During this time when your home was when you were being shot at with your daughter and your then girlfriend, how many other family members' homes have been shot at that year?
I'll sustain as to speculation. I will overrule as to hearsay from Mr. Steele.
To your knowledge, how many of your family members' homes have been shot up back in 2015 after Nut died?
Overrule, sir.
I can't recall.
Do you know? Okay, let me ask you this. Was your brother's home shot at?
No.
Okay. Was your girlfriend's mother's home shot at?
Yes.
Okay. Was your sister's home shot at?
Yes.
Was your grandmother's home shot at?
No.
Did you think you were being retaliated against?
Huh?
When all the shootings were happening at your family members' homes, did you think you were being retaliated against?
I didn't think.
Did you know?
Clearly.
Okay. Why were you being retaliated against?
Because people said I killed Nick.
And do you know who was doing the retaliation?
No.
Do you recall telling detective in the same February 20th interview that it was a whole gang after you?
Anytime the investigators talk to me, I do not recall what I have told them.
So you don't recall telling them that it was a whole gang after you?
I was told them whatever I think that I need to tell them to convince them to start watching me.
Was there a whole gang after you?
I don't know.
Was the entire IF gang after you?
I seen a few of them, so I can't say that.
Which were the ones that you saw?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have to stop it. Woody is he funny. It's not funny, but it is funny because his whole expression, he don't want to be there. He's frowned up. But yeah, let's keep going.
Earlier, I asked you about whether you were concerned about being labeled a snitch. Do you recall telling Detective Copeland?
Detective who?
Excuse me, Detective Copeland. Detective Curry.
Now I'm a detective.
Or was it? I made a mistake. Talking about Detective Mr. Copeland. I'm about to ask you a question. Do you recall telling the detective, I know if I tell you what's going on, they're going to be on record and all is here, and you're going to get him locked up, and he's going to get his discovery package. First thing they're going to do is send it 2 places, to the street and to prison, and float it all around the city of Atlanta, and then all around prison. But my name's over that. I'm not going that way. No, I'm not going through none of that. Look, they shot at me, my girl, and my baby. Almost shot my face off as we're running. I'm not for sure, but I thought I heard one of the bullets hit the car seat or graze the car seat. Were you concerned about snitching in this interview?
I was concerned trying to get my story together, so I was trying to buy time.
Did you also tell in that same interview, I just know the trouble I'm putting myself in. Just know I don't want to have nothing. I don't want to have nothing, man. I can't go to no job. I can't do none of this shit. I know the street not going to be here forever. All things going on right now. Just waiting on you niggas to catch up and kill me. Again, not wanting to snitch on who did this to you, your child, and your baby.
My only motive was, anytime police questioned me, was try to figure out how could I get myself out of it. So anytime they asked me any questions, I was trying to, if I couldn't come up with no answer right then and there, I was trying to buy time to think of something to say.
When you met with Mr. Curry, weren't you going there as a victim of an aggravated assault? When you went to go meet with the detective that's in that picture,
okay,
weren't you going to talk with him about being a victim of a crime?
No, I was shooting back. So I thought they were going to try to lock me up for shooting back.
But during the course of that interview, were you made aware that they weren't planning on arresting you because you were protecting yourself?
When they said they would take me downtown, I put my hand behind my back and told him, "You gonna lock me up? Come on, get it out the way now."
And did they ever lock you up?
Cause he wanted the gun. So he gave me 24 hours to give him the gun. When he let me go, I didn't come back with the gun. So they sent the SWAT team to my house to get me.
But when you went the first day, did they ever put handcuffs on you?
Cause they wanted the gun.
Did they ever put handcuffs on you?
Getting into the question.
Did they ever?
What he say? Okay, he's smart though. He like, cause they wanted something every time. I'm just telling what they want to hear.
Put handcuffs on you.
One of the officers pulled him out, and he told him we don't need that.
Okay, so they never put handcuffs on you?
Oh, sir.
Did they ever put handcuffs on you?
I don't think so.
And when you left the interview, did you leave that interview without any handcuffs on you?
Yeah, I left. Okay. I went back to the streets.
And again, when you went in this interview, you were not in trouble.
I was.
Basis.
What did he say? I was. He said he just wanted a little time to figure it out. Okay, let's keep going.
Oh, sir.
Were you arrested at all on February 20th when you went to go speak to the police about being shot at? Were you ever arrested that day when you went down to tell the police about what happened to you, your child, and your girlfriend?
They locked me up the next day.
I asked you, were you arrested that day?
No, they locked me up the next day.
Were you arrested that day?
Oral, sir.
Were you arrested that day?
No.
Did you want the police to go and find the people who actually killed Nut so that people would stop retaliating against you?
Yeah.
Do you recall being asked by the detective, you knew one of them. I know you knew one of them. Your face tells the story. Now, out of all the ones, I mean, you might know the other ones, but I know you know one of them because the face tells the story. Because the face tells the story of somebody being close that you trusted. And your response was, it ain't that. The truth is, I wouldn't say that person because I'm not 100% sure, but I know only one person.
What's the base of your objection, sir?
Foundation, predicate.
Okay. Foundation and predicate. I'll sustain the objection. Go ahead and rephrase, ma'am.
Did you know at least one of the individuals that were shooting at you back in February of 2015?
On my daughter's life, when that car pulled up on me, all I saw was a gun come out the window. They said I never seen no one face. As they was questioning me, they constantly kept telling me, you gonna let dudes shoot at you and your kids and this and that, and I'm telling them, and they won't believe me that I'm telling them I didn't see nobody's face. I didn't see nobody's face. And then after a while I got tired of them asking me, so I don't recall if I just went ahead and said, yeah, I seen Tay, I don't know how it came out, but in my heart, and still to this day in my heart, I do not believe Tay had anything to do with me being shot at.
Okay. Do you recall telling your girlfriend when it was just the two of you, I did when he jumped out the car? I know exactly who I saw.
I don't. At that point, it was so much pressure on me. That I mean, I'm a daughter crying, trying to take her to the hospital. Somebody pull up on me soon. I'm trying to figure out what made me have the gun to go to the hospital. It's all type of stuff going through my mind. I don't know. Too much is going on. Yeah, I can't because she keep asking me these questions and.
He making the state look bad. She did. Let's keep going.
Mr. Coleman, just take a breath, okay? We do need to take down your testimony, so you do need to speak a little slower, all right? Okay?
All right.
Are you? Can we continue?
I don't got nothing else to say.
About which part? Regarding the gun that you used to shoot back at these individuals, who were you going to give? Which police officer were you going to give the gun to?
Huh?
Which police officer were you going to give the gun to?
Neither.
Who did you tell them you were going to give the gun to?
Whichever one they were asking for it.
Do you recall them telling you needed to give the gun to Gabriel?
I don't recall. I know they said they want that gun as part of the investigation. I knew it was a trick. I told him, if you let me go, I go get it and bring it back. He went for it.
And why didn't you get the gun?
Huh?
Why didn't you go and give them the gun?
That would help him lock me up.
At any point in time, did you ever get arrested for shooting back at those individuals?
Thank God.
I could say this. The jury is probably like, why the heck do they have him up here? You know what I'm saying? It's like he says whatever needs to be said to get out of jail, and he done told them it's lies. So he's not credible. You know what I mean? And this is supposed to be their star witness. But let's continue.
Do you recall them asking you some more questions about Tay, and you providing them information about where Tay was from, what part of Atlanta he was from?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall the detective asking you, we only know there's a guy by the name of Tay. Where's Tay from? What area he live in? And you told him that he was from Simpson Road area. Do you recall telling the detective that?
I guess I don't remember what I said to him.
Do you recall?
Because at that point he had put too much pressure on me, and you know what I mean. I'm just thinking because he told me. I remember him saying he want that gun. That's all I remember him kept saying. He want that gun.
And when you say putting pressure, what do you mean?
Same thing you doing to me now. You keep putting pressure on me.
Was he yelling at you at all during this interview?
I think he kept saying, I'm letting people shoot at me while I got my child, and my loyalty to the streets, my loyalty to my child.
So was he just trying to get you to tell him who did this to you, your child and your baby?
I stand your questions to form.
Did he ever threaten you to give a name?
Nah, but he kept asking me to make me say a name, and like how you keep asking me a question, I'm gonna say something to answer you, so you can stop asking me the same question.
What he not playing with him, y'all? He is not a credible witness. Oh my God, why they keep going on with him? Okay, let's continue.
Were you concerned about how you were going to survive the attacks on you and your family?
Yes.
And again, were you concerned that because you had already spoken to the police about Nuts' homicide, that people were considering you a snitch, that people thought you were a snitch?
I don't get what you're saying. Can you say that again?
Were you concerned that people already thought that you were a snitch when you did this interview?
What interview?
With the detective after you were shot at? After you were shot at with your girlfriend and your daughter?
No, my only concern was... No.
Do you recall telling the detective in the same February 20th interview, I came and talked down here. Everybody looked at me like I'm a snitch now. It's just like I can't get no money. You know, I was just getting money just by doing nothing. It's just like, hey man, I need to borrow this right here. Just hanging around, going to the mall. He paid for everything, but all of them, now they all come out here, they think I'm a snitch.
I always got my own money. When I need money, I knew how to go get it.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I'm not a handout type of person.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I never asked Thug for no money.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I can't recall if he gave me money, but I never asked him for no money.
When you said he paid for everything, who were you referencing?
The big money, the ballers.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. She don't know how to handle Woody. Let's continue.
Were you concerned that Young Thug had washed his hands of you?
Huh?
Were you concerned because you had been speaking to police that Thug had washed his hands of you?
No. I didn't need Thug.
All right. Do you recall telling the detective in the same interview on February 20th, 2015, he asked you, so basically Young Thug washed his hands of you? And your response, yeah, because I and the folks in the street saying I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch. Nobody don't want to hang around me. I call my partners. They don't want to hang around me. It's like, what the hell? What the hell all this come from? What the hell is going on? Do you recall telling the police that?
The police was so concerned about Thug, I was removing myself from him.
Up. Got her. That's why he smiled. Checkmate.
Do you recall at all talking to this detective about what happened that Monday night at Club Crucial with you and Kel, the fight between you and Kel?
I don't recall nothing specific that me and him talk about outside of the shooting with my child. And I barely remember some of this stuff. You talking about some years ago when I don't even know what I did 3-4 days ago. Like,
Do you recall telling your girlfriend, again, when the two of you were alone in the room, no matter which way it go, I'm going to lose anyway if I tell them that Tay did it? You recall having that conversation with your girlfriend?
you say it again?
Sure. Do you recall being alone in that same interview room with your girlfriend and you told her, no matter which way it go, I'm going to lose anyway if I tell them that Tay did it?
On my child life, once again, on Azari life, I never seen no one face that was in that car shoot at me. At any time, if they got the car, to this point, I never knew who shot at me. So when that detective was asking me, I just had to come up with something. I got no reason to lie about it. I didn't see nobody who shot at me. So y'all going back into interrogation when I'm telling you, I don't know who shot at me. I have told them I didn't know. When they gonna keep asking me, make me know, okay, cool. I'm gonna say, I'm done.
Do you recall being hesitant in the February 21st interview? And we're going to get to that interview with Detective Gaither when she showed you a photographic lineup and you actually eventually pointed Tay out of a photographic lineup.
Because I know Gaither. You know what I mean? I know Gaither. I know they, you know what I mean? She one of them people that she got it out for me, so I didn't care. I was just trying to get it out. I get them out for me and trying to convince her. And trying to convince her is very hard to do. So I had to go through with it, even though in my heart, I knew that he didn't shoot at me, or he wouldn't have never shot at me.
They need to get him off the stand and go on to the next witness because he's messing them up. Yeah, he's just saying whatever because he need to get out of jail. Let's continue.
And to be more clear on it, before I went back to jail this last time, I was right around him. So I would never be with nobody that I believe shot at me while I had my child.
Why did you say Tay bigger versus anyone else?
First thing came to my mind.
Why was Tay the first person that came to your mind versus anyone else?
Because in the midst of trying to convince the police so they could leave me alone, I just got shot at. Only thing was in my mind was, get that.
Okay, but you had to beef with Kel. Why not say it was Kel?
Because I had to convince them. I gotta make it seem. If I said Kel shot me, they gonna how you know? How Kel know where you stay at? So I gotta come up with something to make them know. Okay, well, Tay been over here. You know what I mean? So okay, Tay. I don't know, like, but you keep asking me. I told you I don't know who shot at me.
Why would Gaither have...
She frustrated him because he tired of it. He ain't gonna give up nothing, y'all. He ain't finna give it up. Them interviews, he done washed them out. Let's continue.
Left it out for you.
Speculation.
I sustain the objection.
Well, you said she had it out for you. What makes you think she had it out for you?
I'll let him answer that question. I suppose.
You said she had it out for you. What makes you think she had it out for you?
Because she was trying her best to get me. She be trying to catch me.
Didn't she advise you to leave town? But you're right, it's contradiction, but...
Hold on. That come from the... Where's that come from? Where's that statement come from?
His interview with her during the course of
it.
it.
Reference that all rule the objection.
In your February 21st interview with her, did she ask you to leave town, go somewhere else, Cobb County, Clayton County? Did she say to lay low so that you won't get killed?
No, she was saying it because she's saying that my name was she just said my name kept coming up a lot.
Right, so she did not want you to be harmed. So why would she have it out for you?
I sustain the objection. You can rephrase.
During the course of that interview, was she encouraging you to lay low? Do you recall her doing that?
I thought she was faking. So I don't know.
Outside of the interviews, would you talk to Gaither? Would you call Gaither on the phone?
No. The only time I talked to Gaither is when she called, but it was never about nothing in the streets or nothing.
Right, so...
It was, hey, Miss Copeland, your name involved in the shooting. We want you downtown. This the only time she called me, hey, Miss Copeland, they say you shot up this person's house. We need you downtown. I don't recall me and her having no conversations about nothing.
When you were locked up, would you have your girlfriend call Detective Gaither for you so you can speak with her?
You heard where I was, right? Where was I? In jail?
So she had it out for you. Why you trying to call Detective Gaither?
Because I'm trying to... All she got to do is give me a name. I'm going to try to convince her so she can get me out of jail.
But if she has it out for you, why would you trust Detective Gaither?
I don't trust her. I'm trying to play on her.
Up, come on now. he playing chess.
I want to go back very briefly to the interview that you did, the first interview you did with Detective Gaither. After your car was shot up on the car was shot at on the highway.
Okay.
During that interview, at the time when your car got shot at, did you know about Lucci's mother's home being shot at?
What you mean?
Were you aware that Lucci's mother's home was shot at?
Huh?
When you met with Detective Gaither,
Right.
about what happened on the highway, during that time period, were you aware of Lucci's mother's home shot at?
No.
Do you recall talking to Gaither in that January 28th interview about Lucci's home being shot at?
I can't recall.
During that interview, do you remember telling Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that Lucci's mama and dad got shot? So Nick called Big Boo's phone, and we was at Big Boo's house. Do you recall telling them that?
I don't recall.
Let me ask you this. Do you recall independently being with Big Boo and Lucci's manager calling his house, calling his phone, trying to give him $20,000 to find out whoever shot up Lucci's mama's house?
I sustain this form. You can rephrase.
Do you recall being at Big Boo's house and someone from Lucci's manager calling Big Boo back in 2015?
I don't recall.
Sure.
I go out.
Okay. Well, we'll get back more into it. Look like they went to a little sidebar and everything, but Woody is funny. He should be back on today. So yeah, I'm gonna tune in. And see maybe see how my day go tomorrow, and then maybe I'll go live with it. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Comment below. Let me know what you think. All right, thanks.